right?
I suppose if
Certainly
we
try.
happen upon him.
Oh, it's good to make sure that there are more people fighting the good fight.
Yes.
Indeed.
Her name is Alessa, and she is a cleric.
Human cleric?
Yes.
Right. Certainly something to keep in mind, and if we find her, we'll certainly try to save her.
Yes. Thanks to adventuring groups that have gone before you, though, like this adventuring group, the way to reach this prominent Vayne is known, and so you won't have to spend so much time looking in the dark, or this, which is really great, because bumbling around there in the sewers, away from the light, can bring all manners of danger. Lord Initor will advise,
We're not the most accustomed or capable in fighting in such close quarters. We could buy you some time. Ghouls are not our specialty. But however, our magic should be sufficient enough that we should be able to buy you the time that you need.
That does sound sufficient.
Do be careful and try not to get yourselves killed.
We'll keep that in mind, Paladin.
Good.
with that in mind, I will make a new map available to you folks as I continue to inscribe things. The map is available now. It's called Santa Cora Ettercap Thanes. The sojourn into darkness is naturally foreboding and ominous. Absent from the light, with only your the light sources that you bring, you are immediately harassed by creatures who know no fear and seek to devour your flesh. The mages, providing their innumerable light sources, for as long as you folks are walking together, are able to assist in navigation. And on occasion, a fireball or a magic missile goes flying down the sewer walkways to vaporize some ghoul. However, there does come a point where they do need to separate in order to provide a sufficient distraction for you folks. Otherwise, they're just going to end up leading all of the ghouls to you. The fight that you folks have after that is only worth glossing over narratively. The Ettercaps and ghouls here do not see eye to eye, and they certainly do fight each other as well. But Ettercaps in general are adventurer tier monsters, and although they had some forewarning, the acolytes who look to suicide themselves upon you, and even the hunters themselves and some basic hunting spiders, are no match for the four of you, flinging steel and arrow and even claws, as you quickly cut your way through their ranks. At this point, before I reveal a combat situation, death is not on the table, should you as a group fail. Because you have the mages behind you, you can flee. However, victory, your victory condition in this case, would necessitate you actually clearing out this entire Vayne of all enemies. Additionally, clearing out this entire Vayne will also give you Alessa, so you can complete a secondary objective. Should you flee, she's dead, and you might lose some of the mages too. They'd probably have to spend some time in Santa Cora recovering.
Oh.
Yes, she's always been able to live fully with the disapproval of other archmages. I'm sure she'd manage. The
Editor's different.
yes, Lord Initor is indeed different, and he would certainly describe it that way. As you break in through the Vayne and dispatch the guards, you eventually do come upon a central area where numbers are gathered, having already heard your approach. Spiders, lesser ettercaps, and even a few dark elves among the number all stand, equipped, and looking towards this primary entryway, the only access into the heart of the Vayne. The most iconic individual, however, stands upon a raised platform. beneath and in front of an altar. The leader of the strange sect is draped in ancient webbing from head to toe. The sickly green glow of its eyes matches the glowing gem eyes on the headpiece of the staff it bears. Although you can see only its eyes through the vestments, and it most certainly has more eyes than any Ettercap you've seen up to this point, it seems quite upset at your sudden appearance. It, however, does not remain quiet and merely chooses to say, "Ah, greetings! Your appearance has been foretold. She who spins in darkness welcomes you."
How pleasant.
I assume then that you have already seen your death.
The creature... It's difficult to say. Like, Geráck really hasn't, like, interfaced with a whole lot of creatures with that many eyes. That face.
It's a good comeback, though.
The creature says, "She who spins in darkness is interested in your fate, and she would even be willing to forgo the normal fee of a secret for a secret. In exchange for you leaving, she would share with you for a secret of her own that would undoubtedly be useful to you in your travels in this empire."
It would have to be more specific than that. I am not interested in the location of my missing sock, even if that may prove useful.
The Ettercap nods and lowers its head to the temple altar itself. Nods, whispers something back, and says, "Perhaps you would be interested in knowing the location of a Rakshasa known as Exilia."
Knowing her location at this moment wouldn't do much because she moves around a lot now, I think. And she can change form.
It is, however, more than we currently know.
Or... The creature lowers its head down again, nods and whispers back, "There will be at least one lich that you will fight in your travails. A powerful and new countess by the name of Ercilia Melkor. Some adventurers come to us seeking to identify such things as phylacteries, and we could identify and pinpoint the one of hers."
But you would be staying in the city then, wouldn't you? If you just get this information and leave.
That would be the price for the secret. You would leave.
Indeed. And I think the only way we're leaving here is with your head as a trinket.
You speak awfully tall, Paladin. Perhaps you should consult with those who might know better. Consider it.
Geráck
Yo.
goes to the others.
Your secrets are hardly tempting enough, I'm afraid.
It wags
I feel-
like a spinneret disapprovingly down at you four. It's basically up to you folks. The Ettercap keeper here is offering a powerful secret in exchange for leaving the thing.
Yeah. That wouldn't be good for our reputation, though, would it?
No, you could pretty much, like, you're the only ones down here. You could still sell that you did this mission successfully.
The Paladin's like, how would that influence my reputation?
Like, as a matter of fact, like, you guys, again, like, you guys are the only ones down here. You guys could still sell this as if you completed this mission, and would get
Yeah,
the full reward for doing it.
The Paladin is not gonna lie about that, I don't think.
Well, he can walk out of the room. He doesn't have to talk about it.
He could get both have his cake and eat it too.
And
Or alternatively,
then have the
Geráck,
cake being poisonous
Or rather,
2 months
the
later.
elf is standing back, just observing what you people do.
charge.
Well, it would have been quite obvious that Aurelia, at least for a moment, considered perhaps acquiring the location of Auxilia, but then really discarded that idea as
If
not
you
being very useful.
truly wish a secret, perhaps you could ask them a question. See if they have that answer. Maybe there will be something valuable to you. Aranis says with like a glint in his eye.
I don't think leaving them here is actually an option. We have to purge them.
The keeper calls out, "Normally, we require that prospects give up a true secret of their own. However, in this particular case, she who spins in darkness is willing to offer a more practical exchange."
Oh, how very generous. I think not.
Well, Mr. Paladin?
Yeah, Geráck will charge in, so to say.
Okay.
Although I think his initiative will be like in the bottom, but yeah.
Drawing arrows from the quiver, we're going.
You folks can go ahead and roll for initiative.
Yep.
Initiative! Mouse, don't...
Yeah, as I
Please.
said.
No, you might not be the fastest charger, but I'm sure you're very deliberate.
Yeah.
You get an
Geráck-
initiative.
Geráck takes up a defensive posture.
And you get an initiative. You get an initiative. And there's so many different groups, I'll just give them one initiative per. You get an initiative. Holy fucking shit. And you get an initiative. You get an initiative. And you get an initiative. You get an initiative.
I noticed that Aurelia tends to stick to the back and then just is the first one to charge always. She's like,
Everyone is nearby each other. You are all in a group with each other. Everyone is
God.
grouped.
Hooray.
This is a narrow, confining corridor. Not corridor, just like a temple, adorned with numerous webs.
Correct. You shouldn't say yay. Last time we were all in a group, we got lightning bolt.
First, the two sword maidens shall go first, lifting their cruel cutlasses. And they will press in. Who wants to engage the first one?
I'll do it.
I mean,
All right.
Not me.
He rushes forward to engage with his another blooded. He will hold his symbol of the elven goddess of Ilithiel and sort of cause it to I guess be very bright and upstanding and strong in the face of this drow who has seemingly left the unity of the queen and her protection to join, well, this underground place.
Yes. She does not look favorably upon the light, and she will let her cutlass speak for her.
Yes, you will.
18 points of
Sorted.
damage. See.
bastard. No.
This sword maiden will basically move to isolate herself, and then as a standard action of her own, she will go ahead and fling out a dagger dance at Aurelia, throwing a barrage of daggers at her, not really realizing what Aurelia can do.
Projectiles against Aurelia? Well,
Yes.
she will...
That is certainly
that's-
a hit against Aurelia.
That would be a hit against Aurelia, who will try to smack some of the daggers out of the air.
She
And
does,
succeed.
taking half damage. The sword maiden frowns, not really realizing that Aurelia could do that. Ends her turn. The Ettercap Keeper lifts its glowing staff, and points it at Aranas Velduf, and whispers, "Dun dun dun, the Staff of Tongues." Starting mental defense. Aranos cannot cast spells or speak, and I would definitely say that applies to your commands too.
Yeah.
He is silenced by the power of the goddess that they worship here in the fanes of Ettercaps, sealing his mouth, preventing words from escaping. The creature hisses, but apparently silence is kind of a big thing here, and so no words or insults actually reach you guys. Aurelia, it is your turn. Note that if you want to try and engage anyone specific, any one of these guys might come and intercept you.
Yeah, just... Aurelia would like to engage one of the giant web spiders, but that's probably not going to happen.
No, you can definitely engage one of the giant web
Yeah?
spiders. Mm-hmm.
All right. Then Aurelia will rush forward with her springing mantis strike and strike at the giant web spider.
The spiders, by the way, cannot be intercepted. You'll recall that from the first session. That is
That-
not a hit, but it's a natural
That's
10.
a natural 2. That means a reroll. So let's do that again.
That, as it turns out, does hit the giant web spider.
Let's make that a 20.
Okay.
I will spend a key point to make that a 20.
Okay, you spent a key point to make that a 20.
Not X. Which means that also gets doubled. Which means that will be a grand total of 72 points of damage.
Okay, well, you get a description for me, Sheep.
As Aurelia rushes forwards, catching the giant web spider still in its odd staff ritual that it was casting against Aranes, and first of all a tail spin against all of its many legs, making it drop ever so slightly off balance, which is plenty for Aurelia to plant a fist and the included claw in that right in its spider, well, equivalent of a neck. As it then drops to the floor. Bit of spider gore still covering Aurelia, who will then very quickly move back behind Geráck.
Good job, already.
The spider screams as like it twitches on its death throes. These smaller spiders are unperturbed. This one will rush to try and engage with the wood elf who's already engaged.
I mean, I could stop it, but should I?
I don't know what they do.
3 seconds. 1, 2.
Nah.
Okay. Moves and it'll attempt to bite Aranas.
It's a miss.
That is indeed a miss. That was a natural 16 for him, too.
That's reassuring.
Yes, this spider will also move to engage Aranas and bite at, and of course miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think they were too dangerous.
Giant web spider, as noted, cannot be intercepted. Its body is just too damn long, and it walks over anyone who attempts to do that. It will, however, not move to intercept anyone immediately, instead bending its body and shooting webbing at Geráck and Aurelia. This will go against Geráck. That will miss. This will go against Aurelia. That will miss. The spider perhaps may know some fragment of disappointment, but it moves to engage with Aurelia.
Oh, of course it does.
Alright.
I mean, would Aurelia rather not be engaged?
Can't intercept it.
No, but I can shoot it.
You could
Yes.
certainly shoot it since it's your turn.
I mean, I don't think it's going to make a huge difference whether or not I'm engaged once I start my turn.
Suggest shooting things that haven't taken their turn yet, if possible. If you think you can take some of them out.
Maybe. Like I can
On
try.
a crit,
I can,
maybe.
I can try one of the Etiquette warriors. See if I can take one of them out.
Could.
I have no idea how strong they are. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't
could
know.
also try to kill the sorceress, but yeah, I think she has a lot of hit points. Maybe.
I have no clue.
Nope.
I'm going to take aim at. Neither of the Etiquette warriors have moved yet, have they? No.
No.
I guess the bottom Etiquette warrior. As I'm going to go ahead, aim, and fire off my bow. That was a 17. That was a 17, which means second shot will trigger.
Take another
I,
one too.
and I'm going to shoot at the other one
Okay.
at a -2, which I'll include.
That is definitely not a hit with a -2.
It's not a hit, but that will be, 9 miss damage.
Would it be that, I suppose, like, I
It
don't
ju-
know
it
whether
just
the
says-
aim would apply to that one, too. It might.
It just says I use my action and my miss damage is increased. So
Okay.
if you spend a quick action to aim before making a basic range attack, added the damage to miss. Add your ability modifier to miss. I can run the macro.
Alright, you can go ahead and give me a description for especially how you one-shotted one of the warriors.
Basically, Jasmine will go ahead and, once she sees everyone charging forward, quickly look around to the targets, look who she thinks acting quite slow, draw for an arrow, position her body, just 1 second, to release her breath, and as she does so, an arrow straight into the Edicap's head, immediately drawing a second arrow and launching it off. A bit straight this time.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
My move action goes to charity.
All right, that seems reasonable enough. Time for the supplicants to take their turn. Let's see, everyone's nearby in a group. This is going to be targeting they're not exactly the most intelligent folks. This one's going to be, however, targeting Aranos as well as Jasmine as he fires the web that burns. Firstly targeting Aranos and missing. And next targeting Jasmine and missing. The bottom one will choose the same 2 targets plus Geráck.
Right.
This will be against Aranos again. That will miss. This will be against Jasmine. Good job with these rolls, enemies. Doing God's work here. This will be against Geráck. And just hit.
Ah, damn it.
That is 6 ongoing acid damage, so obviously you don't take that damage now, but you are hampered. That is a natural even hit.
Yep.
So no smite evils, no fucking, hammer of faith.
Is the acid save then?
It's a 6 ongoing acid damage. Ongoing damage is inherently a save end.
He might not take any.
He might not take any because he makes his saves at the start of his turn. The supplicants will not move. The one remaining warrior will move to try and engage Jasmine.
Okay.
And, let's see here. Now that it's, all next to you, folks, with, huggles. Huggles! Huggle, snuggle, buddies. You wanna, snuggle with the other cab?
No.
What? Why
I
not?
want to shoot. I just want to shoot it.
Okay. It will use a close quarters ability, and this will target Jasmine and Aranos. Web spray. This will be directly in front of Jasmine. 21 versus physical defense.
The hit.
It's 4 damage, and Jasmine is hampered, save ends. This is against Aranos. 21 versus physical defense.
Yep.
4 damage, and Aranos is hampered, although he was already silenced anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't do a whole lot of difference, honestly.
These guys are all these class abilities you have?
How about
No.
you don't?
No.
But the thing is, I've got not that many.
The other caps did this all the way back in session 1, or they tried to.
Yeah, the problem is we don't remember that far.
Grimith remembers that far. Grimith remembers 9.5 months
Well,
ago.
you're an oracle, so you have a special ability there.
I sure do. This Drow
definitely
Darkbolt will certainly take the challenge. She will lift her bow, and she will try and shoot Aurelia. Monk shit be damned.
Oh, will you now?
Exsanguinating barbed arrows.
I suppose that hits, but let's see if I can at least turn that into a grazing shot. I can.
10 damage and 3 ongoing damage. That is also an odd roll, so that does not chain any further. That ends her turn as she snarls. And then the range characters are probably going to end up targeting someone else besides Aurelia. Let's see here. How many people does that target? I think that's just one that it targets. I didn't mark that in. I should just write down the damn page where this was on. Ah, okay. That many people. Alright. This will go against... Greater Malediction of Webs will go against Geráck and go against Jasmine, as the Spider Sorceress lifts her sharpened wand and tries to throw down webs upon you two. This is against Geráck first. 21 versus physical defense.
Yeah, that hits.
10 damage, and you're stuck.
Fuck bullshit.
This is against Jasmine, which is a miss.
Ah, sad.
Aranos, it is your turn.
No one wants to fight Geráck. No.
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 I can't say anything, and I can't use any abilities, so I'm down to a basic attack.
Heal, maybe? I don't know.
No, I can't. That's a spell too.
Ah, it is. That's true.
I would, but
Drink a healing potion.
think I should do that rather than attack.
I don't know. It's just in case you get critted, but I don't know. They seem to focus you a bit.
Yeah.
It's just that you can do more nicer stuff later, but
Go
you do
to
it.
tank instead.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just
Also gather some command points, but sure, I can just like fucking, I suppose take my what was it even called? Like when I don't have dwarven ability to heal myself,
You can just
I
rally. You use
rally,
a standard
yes,
action to
rally.
rally. What is it that's motivating Aranos at this point?
Well, as it happens, he currently is in the forefront of fighting with a capable team behind him, not seeing how well the others are doing. And 2 enemies have been fallen already before he even managed to react. And, well, he just needs to occupy these few enemies and pull this vile spell off of him. And then all these creatures will be purged from this place.
Okay. Can certainly go ahead and you take a rally then. Nice.
There you go.
Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
Well, I will, of course, make my saves, but beyond that, I have no non-class abilities that require quick actions.
Okay, what are you saving against first? There's your silenced effect, there's your hampered effect.
Let's do the, well, it doesn't really make a damn difference because it's the same thing it does to me. Now I do have an amulet, so I save
Yes.
on a 10.
Yep, you sure do.
Let's see here. I need to save against the silenced first. Let's do that.
Okay. No.
Nope. And then the hampering.
Yes, your amulet pulled out for you. You're no longer hampered.
I still can't cast spells or say anything though. So
Still
There we
can't
go.
cast it.
By the power of the green, you save. Wait a minute.
yeah.
Geráck, go ahead and let's make your saves in the order in which you're going. You have the ongoing damage, the stuck, and the hampered. Which
Alright.
do you want to make first?
Let's do stuck, hampered, and then ongoing.
Okay.
Yeah, so stuck.
You're
No.
still stuck.
Damn it, hampered.
You're still hampered.
And ongoing.
You're still going. You're going to take that damage at the end of your turn. Geráck, it's your turn.
Yay.
Do something amazing.
Throw an axe.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw an axe.
Okay.
At the handicap warrior, maybe?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Let's throw an axe at the handicap warrior down here.
Okay. Got it. Don't roll a 1. That is definitely not a 1, and that severely wounds the other cap, catching him like in the shoulder, close to his neck. He is most assuredly staggered, and he does not have too terribly much health left.
Yep. Then Geráck tries to move, but he can't, so he just stays there.
So you take 10 damage for failing to escape from the greater malediction of webs, and then you will take 6 ongoing acid damage.
Alright.
That will be the end of your turn. Escalation die most assuredly goes up to 1. The Sword Maiden's turn. The one who is engaged with the silenced Aranos will sneer and attempt to cut him again with her cruel cutlass. She will get very lucky on her roll again.
Do it again, yeah.
The one who threw daggers at Aurelia realizes that was a terrible idea. And since Geráck is stuck, she doesn't have to worry about anyone being intercepted. She'll move to engage with Aurelia and attempt to stab her with her cruel cutlass. That will miss.
You know, you'd think you'd have some sort of respect from someone who punches daggers out of the air, but no.
You know, you can teach her respect by now attacking everything.
The keeper surveys the battlefield. It knew that was a cleric commander because his goddess told him. And he will point his staff again. And he will go ahead and, as everyone is engaged, he will use her first whisper. His god, how dare his goddess be the goddess of secrets? Oh, that's true. Geráck is not engaged. Geráck would actually escape from this. Everyone else, he will be making an attack against. This is against Aranos. That is a miss against his mental defense. This is against Jasmine. That is a hit against her mental defense. 10 ongoing psychic damage. And then this is against Aurelia. That it does not touch her mental defense.
Well, he has already decided that she's not interested in her whispers.
Okay, yes. The keeper thinks that could have gone better. He spends the rest of his turn contemplating. Aurelia, it is your turn.
All right.
Slay that horde.
I can do that next turn, maybe.
Alright.
Oh, the next turn I have something even better. Oh. But for this turn, Aurelia will keep punching at the giant web spider.